A very good morning, everyone. On behalf of Parul University and on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering of PIET, uh, I would like to introduce today's guest, uh, Ms. Disha Parmar. On behalf of Parul University, I welcoming you on this webinar. Today's
Thank you very
webinar
much, ma'am.
Okay. Today's webinar is on Drupal and SharePoint. It is the insights of Drupal and SharePoint technology. So, our guest, Disha Parmar, is currently working as a technical assistant engineer in a very well known MNC, that is TCS. She has been selected from the one of the event of TCS, that is Ninja event. Every year TCS is doing this event, and by her hard work and dedication, Disha has been selected in TCS before 3 years, and since last 3 years, he has been working on various technologies like SharePoint and Drupal at TCS. So, students, all of you are very lucky to have her here with us. She is going to deliver some insights of these two technologies. So you can take maximum advantage of these two technologies, as well as you can also appear for Ninja event. Okay, it will also be a great platform for all of you. So thank you everyone for joining, and now I am handing over the stage to Disha. Disha, it's all yours. You can continue.
Okay. Hello, students. A very good morning, all of you. Myself, Disha Parmar. First of all, I am grateful to Madhuri ma'am and Parul Institute for providing me this amazing opportunity. I have completed my bachelor's degree in computer science engineering in 2019 at BH Dardy College. In TCS, I have completed 2 years right now. So today it is important to look on latest technologies, which is not in our college syllabus, but it is required to prepare ourselves for the industry performance. So today I am here to introduce you some glimpse or insights of two of the technologies, which is SharePoint and Drupal. So I will give you the basic information about it and will tell you my experience in which I have worked on. So in starting, I was allocated in the project which was based on SharePoint. So in TCS, it is not like that we will get the projects which we want, but they assign or allocate us in the projects regarding their requirements. So I have not heard even the name of SharePoint in my college time. So I have learned all the things from basic in TCS from learning through very different courses and trainings. And so right now we can proceed with the slides to know more about the SharePoint technology first. So first of all, there is Microsoft Office 365, which is known as O365 also. So we need to know about this first before SharePoint, because SharePoint is the part of this. So let's start with this. So what is the Office 365? So it is the subscription-based service provided by Microsoft. Here, a user don't need to install one by one softwares locally in their machines or maintain any hardware on which to run it. So it is about buying a one time rather than buying a one time of copy of software in upfront cost. Instead of that, user can pay a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription fees to Microsoft to access all these service at once. And you can access these at any place, any device, anytime. So these are the applications which are presented in the dashboard of your Office 365 account. So most of the applications are familiar, like Excel, PowerPoint, Word, which we are using normally. So these are the applications which Microsoft has provided in an online platform. So we have to install Excel in our local laptop, and again install PowerPoint, and then install Word. So rather than doing that, we can work all these software works online at one time. It is a web based, and the storage of this is cloud storage uh, of maintained by Microsoft. So if we want to perform any Excel work, or we want to make any PPT or Word file, then we can just log in our Microsoft account and make any of the file online, and it will save automatically all the things. So we don't have to save. So OneNote is there, in which we can make some important notes, and it provides more interesting features for making notes. And then there is Power Apps, which is a new for all of you, and it is we made Android apps in Android Studio. So it is a platform to make mobile apps in Microsoft itself. So in Power Apps, we can make mobile friendly applications very easily. Uh, in Power Apps, coding is not that much coding is required, because UI is provided by Microsoft itself, and we have to make some new functionality or logics we have to write only, and we can perform different action by making mobile apps like Android. Same in Power Apps. This is the Power BI, which is the most powerful tool of Microsoft right now. It is used for data visualization purpose mainly. Microsoft is focusing on business intelligence through the Power BI. And in Power BI, there is most scope of future for the job opportunities, because right now Power BI is very demanding. And after that, MS Teams is there. We in TCS itself, we use MS Teams to chat, to do meetings and calls, to make some collaboration with our colleagues. So we use MS Teams for that. This is Outlook. It is an email service. So in TCS, so we access our TCS mails through Outlook. So we use this Outlook also. And this is the Streams. It is a video software. Like in Google, we have YouTube. So here it is like that, Streams, in which the organizational or professional videos are there for learning purpose and all. And in Microsoft Teams, we record sometimes some meetings which are useful. So that recorded videos are stored in MS Teams. And there is OneDrive, which is the same as we use Google Drive. So it provides cloud storage to us to save or store our data and files. And this one is SharePoint, which we will talk about today. So going to the next slide. What is the SharePoint? So it is a web-based platform to collaborate or sharing data inside or outside an organization. So instead of installing or deploying a SharePoint server on premises, any business can subscribe to MS Office 365 plan for the SharePoint online service. It is a cloud-based service for business of all the sizes, which helps organizations to manage and share content, knowledge, and applications. You can use it as a secure place to create, store, organize, share, and access content from anywhere, any device. So here is a demo video which will help you to understand more about SharePoint. So let's play the video first.
Teamwork isn't about where you are, it's about being connected. And with SharePoint Online, You'll see how to create, store, and share content on the web, wherever you are. Build intranet sites and create pages, document libraries, and lists to share information across your company. Then add web parts, like text, images, and documents to format and customize your content. Showcase important visuals, news, and updates in a modern layout with communication sites, or connect all the right people for a project with team sites. Discover, follow, and search for sites, files, and people, and manage your day-to-day routine with workflows, forms, and lists and libraries. Sync and store your files in the cloud so anyone can securely work with you. And with the mobile app, catch up with group news on the go. Learn more with video courses at office.com/training and see how to connect, share and manage content, and stay informed with SharePoint Online.
Okay, so now maybe you will have the more understanding of SharePoint. Moving to the next slide. So what is the collaboration? SharePoint provides a rich collaboration environment where people inside or outside the organizations can work together for co-authoring document. So co-authoring the document means like when you are working or editing any document. So at the same time, any other people can also editing that document, same document at the same time. So this is called the co-authoring of document. So MS Office 365 provides a variety of options to help you create a secure and productive file collaboration environment that meets the need of your organizations. Then is the modern intranet. SharePoint provides a rich set of tools which help you create and maintain your organization's intranet. Then customization. SharePoint provides a wide range of options for customization. So you can create your SharePoint sites which fulfill your requirements. Next one is the editions. So mostly there are 4 editions of SharePoint. First one is SharePoint Standard. So it's the oldest edition. It builds on Microsoft SharePoint Foundation in a few key product areas. Next is the SharePoint Server. SharePoint Server is provided to organizations that seek greater control over the SharePoint design and behavior. This product is installed on customers' IT infrastructure. Third one is SharePoint Enterprise. So in these, your organization has to install server on premises. So organization has to manage itself. It has more features than the previous one, SharePoint Server. Fourth one is SharePoint Online. It is mostly used editions. It is a Microsoft hosted edition, which we have to buy through subscriptions. Its advantage is organizations don't need to maintain their own servers in these. Next one is SharePoint site versions. There are mainly 4 versions of site. First one is the classic version. This is the old one, which is hardly used right now because right now new sites are no longer created using classic formats. Second one is the modern team site without Office 365 group. These type of sites are not connected to any Office 365 group. It is for the cases when user just want to create a SharePoint site without any notifications like email notifications or chatting notifications, etc. It is suitable for intranet. Third one is modern team site with an Office 365 group. So these type of sites are connected with some Office 365 groups. These are the sites where team collaboration can take place. So in these, access is also provided to other tools such as the Teams, emails, Outlooks, etc. So that you can get email notification and all things fourth one is communication site. So unlike above said sites, this is more of a one-way information sharing. It is a great place to share information with others. Communication sites are not connected with any Office 365 groups like Teams or Outlook, etc. Next one is content structure. So this is the whole content structure from which the SharePoint site is made. First one is pages. So pages are the site pages that SharePoint provides, free form pages which are used to provide content to users or to provide structure to the SharePoint environment. Next one is web part. So these are the components that can be inserted into pages. So web parts are on the base of need. We can add different web parts in our page with the help of one adding web parts option available there in SharePoint site. Next one is content types. These are the types of content item. A content type is a reusable collection of metadata or columns, we can say, workflow, behavior, and other settings for a category of items or documents. The content type we can say like these are the set of columns which are grouped together to serve a specific purpose or reason. Next one is the lists. So list itself is a web part in SharePoint that holds the content. So it is a container of information, we can say. It is a collection of data that you can share with your team members and people with whom you have provided the access. Next one is document library. Document library is a custom list in a SharePoint where you can create, read, update, and share the files or documents with other users of your site. It is the place where you can store all of your files or folders and documents. There is a difference between list and document library. They both are not same. Where document library stores your data while list itself is a data. So this is the main difference between them. Next one is subsites. So we have a main site which is top on the root. Then we can create a subsite in the main site, or we can create subsite of a subsite too. So we can create a loop of subsite on the basis of our requirements. So what is a subsite? So it is in SharePoint. There are same subsite in SharePoint are the same as regular site, except for the fact that they are reside inside a site. So technically, the only sites that cannot be termed as subsite is the one which is on the top of hierarchy, which you usually see in the root. So we can make loads of subsites on the basis of our requirements. Next one is out of box functionality. So this feature is a very powerful feature of SharePoint. This functionality in SharePoint means you don't need to use any coding or third-party tools to solve business need and wants of clients. So it means that we can use native functionality that is available in SharePoint, like built-in default web parts and all the features that already exist and available. This is not important feature. This is most important feature, which has lots of advantage. And one most useful advantage is cost. It minimizes the cost of SharePoint. Next one is site permissions. So permission is which grants a user the ability to perform specific actions. For example, view permission allows the user to view items in a list or folder, but not to add or remove items. So permission can be granted to individual users or groups at site or site content levels. So in this we have a definition of a group. So what is a group? So SharePoint group is a collection of users who all have the same set of permissions. So rather than assign a permission to one person at a time, you can use groups to conveniently assign the same permission level to many at once. Next is site admin can manage all the things and all the rights to grant permission to users and groups. So site admin performs a task like site configurations, application management, monitoring, security, etc. SharePoint gives you three permissions group in every new SharePoint site: owners, members, and visitors. So owners are mostly admins. Members are which the admins have provided some authentication or provided some permissions, and visitors are the which who visits the site, so who have only view permissions, not any other permissions. Next is permission level. So for example, we can say read permission level includes the view items, open items, view page, etc. So this is called read permission level. In write permission level, we can write it, in the file, we can access that file. So that is called the permission levels. So that's all the things about SharePoint which I have worked on. So I can tell my experience of SharePoint, all the works I have done in SharePoint. So that in my project, there were around 2,200 SharePoint 2010 sites which had to be migrated to SharePoint Online. So we have to migrate all these old sites into SharePoint Online, and we have to developing some site pages, creating and manage list, libraries, permissions for both classic and modern sites, and we have to add web parts as per the requirement of new SharePoint Online sites, and we have resolved some corrupted workflows, etc. And I have gone through some learning of Power Apps and MS Flows at that time. So that's all about SharePoint. So next we will move to the Drupal technology. So what is the Drupal? So it is a website framework. Drupal is a free and open source web content management system written in PHP. So in Drupal is a platform for web content management among global enterprises, governments, education institutes, NGOs, etc. And the name of Drupal represents an English rendering of Dutch word druppel, which means drop, as in water droplet. As you can see here in the logo of Drupal, it is seen like a drop of water. So it says us about the name in Drupal. Next, Drupal provides an open source backend framework for at least 14% of the top 10,000 websites worldwide, which is ranging from personal blogs to corporates, political or government sites. System also use Drupal for knowledge management and business collaboration also. It has a global community. So the Drupal community is one of the world's largest communities in the world. Drupal community has more than around 1.39 million members now. So you also can be a part of Drupal community if you want by registering and making your own profile in their official website, which is drupal.org. Regarding installation of Drupal, you can install it locally on your device from official Drupal website. You will find the version whichever you want to install there. And prerequisites to install Drupal is you need a web server, a database, and install PHP for that. For example, you can use Apache server provided by XAMPP, and as database you can use MySQL. Otherwise, you can make your Drupal site online also. In online platform, there is one platform named as Pantheon. So in the Pantheon's official website, you can build your own Drupal website online, but there are some limits of storage, but you can use it for practice purpose. Next one is versions. So the standard release of Drupal known as Drupal core. And day by day, Drupal was evolving from current version to the next updated version. On January 15, 2001, Drupal version 1.0 was released into the world. And in 2016, Drupal 6.0 was released. Version 2.0, 3.0 were also released, but there were no any major difference between them. So there are two types of versions, major and minor. You can see the example also. Major is 7.0 to 8.0 is the major difference of version, and the minor is 7.0 to 7.1 or 7.1.1 to 7.2.2. So there is called minor version difference. So the major version number indicates compatibility and the minor version indicates new significant features, and the page number indication bug fixes and minor enhancement. In 2010, Drupal 7.0 is released, and in 2015, Drupal 8.0 was launched. So, in our project on which I have worked, most of the sites were already built in Drupal 7, and some newly created sites are made in Drupal 8. So, I have gone through the Drupal learning of the Drupal 8 first, and after that, I have created a demo Drupal 8 site. Latest current version in Drupal is Drupal 9.0, which was released in 2020. Even the Drupal 10 is planned for June 2022. And to upgrade the version of Drupal, we have to perform Drupal upgrade process, which is a step-by-step method which we have to follow through database side, server side, repository side, etc. So next one is modules. Modules, what are the modules? So modules are used to add a variety of features in your Drupal site. So there are main three types of modules: core modules, contributed modules, and custom modules. So what are the core modules? The core modules come by default with the Drupal website. While we install the Drupal, they provide the basic functionalities of a site like manage user account, manage content and fields, manage navigation menus, etc. So we cannot make any changes in core modules that are by default provided by Drupal. Second one is contributed modules. So contributed modules are made by the members of community, Drupal community, and then released on drupal.org. So from there we can download these modules as per our requirements. Like in our site, we want to add a CAPTCHA keypad. So for that particular module, contributed module is there available in drupal.org. So from there we can download these modules, and after that we can use in our site. Third one is custom modules. So custom modules are the user defined modules that are designed according to a specific project need. So it is the module in which you can write new functionalities yourself for your own project requirements. If you want to create new modules, then it will be a custom modules. In simple terms, modules are a set of PHP, JavaScript, or CSS files that together gives you a new feature to use. To use first, to use the modules, first you have to need to download a module from drupal.org, then install it, and you have to enable it from the extend section of your site dashboard. So I will show you the demo site, and in that practically you can able to understand it more. I hope you will be able to see my screen. So this is the demo site which I have created. So here is the extend menu which I have told you. It will take some time to load because of the SAMP server. Okay, so in this extend, here is the option to install new module. So by clicking on this, you can install new module, or you can copy paste link from drupal.org. You can copy a link of module from there and you can paste here and install that module. And these are the core modules provided by Drupal, which you can see here. These all are the core modules. So here I have used XAMPP server, Apache server, to make this Drupal site locally in my device. So back to the site. Okay. So next is the themes. So theme is a set of files that defines the visual look and feel of your site. It comprises template files, CSS, and images for each design. So this file can be edited as per your requirements. You can use themes contributed by others or create your own theme also. So there is a large library of ready to be used themes available in Drupal site. You can sort out the themes according to your Drupal version and requirements. So just like modules, you need to first download and install a themes before using. So let's see this in our demo site. Yes. So this is a simple theme of site which I have used in my site. So in structure section, here in appearance section, the themes option will be available. Yes. These are the by default installed themes in Drupal. These are three themes, and you can clicking on this button install new themes. You can install the themes whichever you want from the drupal.org official site. There are available many type of themes, different themes as per your requirements. Okay, so next is the content types in Drupal. So what are the content types? So it is a predefined collection of data types or fields we can say, which relate to each other by an informational context. So there are mainly two types of content types, article and basic page. There are the by default names which provided by Drupal. Article and basic page are the two content types. Drupal offers the ability to create custom content types also as per your requirements. Content type can include one or more fields to store the information. So to understand the fields, let's take an example. Like consider a content type called product. So fields of this content type will be product name, description, price, image, etc. So these will called as the fields of product content type. and content is stored as a node in database. So let's see the content types in our demo site. Right now I have logged in as admin, so that's why I can access all these admin rights. Here is the content section. So from here you can add any content or make new content as per your requirements, and there are fields and you can filter your contents which are already made. In structure there is an option of content types. Okay. Yes, so from here you can add a type of your content, which is content type. And here you can see the basic content type which I have tagged article and basic page, which are the by default content type. And this one is reviews content type, which I have made by custom as per my requirement. This is the site of Bookworld, Bookland. It is the site for the reviews of different books. So any user has read any books and they can want to publish their reviews about their book, then they can log in or register in this site and they can provide their feedback about regarding their books whichever they have read. So I have made this site for that purpose. So after that there is structure tools. Okay, so first one is the admin panel. So we can control all the configurations through the admin panel. So inside here we can see the upper bar. So this is called as admin panel. So it is accessible by admins only. After that there is block layout. So it is a box of content can be displayed in a region irrespective of pages. So block is you can place a block on the page for better visibility for certain section. So let's see the blocks. In structure you will find the block layout. Okay, so here you can place or add or create your block. There are many regions of the block like header, main menu, top first, top second. There are many. It is a custom block library. So in block layout, I have created blocks as per requirement of my site. This is the header of which is contained is bookland. Then main menu block is user account menu and main navigation. These blocks I have made customly. After that, user roles. So there are default three roles: admin, authenticated, and anonymous. Admin has all the rights, and authenticated user are that which have registered through the site and to whom admin has provided some permissions. And anonymous users are called the visitors of the sites, we can say. Site permissions. So authorization given to users that enables them to access content of site. So permissions are given by admin to respective roles. Here are the people section. Yes, so here you can admin can add the user whichever admin want and assign them permission. There are the permissions. which permission admin wants to assign them, which role admin wants to assign them. So they can assign here. You can see the status, which user is active or which user is blocked, and you can see the last access time also. After that, contact forms. So Drupal provides users with a contact form and allows people to contact. So it is special for the customer service. So Drupal has default contact form, or you can also create your own contact form as per requirements. So let's see the contact forms. So in the here here is the one link contact. So by clicking on this, one form will be opened. Yes, so this form I have made by using contact forms. So through these, any user can contact the admin of the sites. It will ask your name, email address, and the message, whatever you want to send. And there's by clicking on this, you can send this message. Next one is menus. So they are used to navigate through the sites. So these are the navigators. So they provide the shortcuts by generating menus via links, and user can place these menus on home page for easy access. So we can see menus in our site. So these are the main menus which are available in home page. First is home. Second is download books. So in this menu, I have put and external links. So on clicking on which, it will redirect to external. So if you want to download any book, then there is a website. You can search that book, and if available, then you can download that book from this site. So you can add external links also in the menus of Drupal sites. This is for feedback. So by clicking on these, you can provide your feedbacks here. If you are a new user, then it will ask your name and mail address first. In my account menu, it will open your profile. There is not more thing I have created in my profile. So there is just name. And through this button, register, any anonymous user can register themselves and make an account in this site as a user. They will ask some information: email, password, username, pictures, etc. So these are the menus in the Drupal. After that, there are views. So a view scans your website using any criteria which you have specified and presents the results in that format of your choice. So view is a listing of information. It can be a list of node, user, comments, taxonomy form, or files, any. So here in the structure, you can find the view here. So you can create your view as per your requirements. Then there is the status reports. So what are the status reports? So they represent information of Drupal version, security modules, updates, PHP versions, etc. So let's see the status reports. In report section, there is available the status report option. Okay. So here you can see the Drupal version. Though this is the Drupal 8 site which is made. Version is 8.7.10. or this is a PHP version, web server is Apache, database version is there, and last cron run. So whenever we perform on the sites, so it will run a cron. So it is the timing of the last cron run, and these all the errors, whichever the errors you get, you will find here, and in the reports there are available updates. So in these you can see the updates of Drupal version or any modules. In recent log messages, you can see the log messages or errors which you are getting in your database of the sites. So this is the all about Drupal sites. Yes, one term is remaining, taxonomy. So what is a taxonomy? It is a powerful core module. It categorizes your content. So you will classify the content into vocabulary and terms. So the content taxonomy, let's see in the sites. In the structure section, you will find the taxonomy options here. Okay, so you can add your vocabulary of the type of your content. So, for example, let's take back to the site. Okay, so in this site, these are the genres of books like biography, financial intelligence books, motivational books, philosophy, poetry, science fiction, thriller. So these are the genres. So these are called as taxonomy, which categorize your content of books. So these are all are the categories. So you can use the taxonomy terms to define these all the genres. So in this taxonomy, I have made taxonomy to categorize the books. First is genres. Or by clicking on this, add vocabulary, you can name and give a description, and then you can save. By clicking on edit vocabulary, you able to edit that. And in manage fields section, you can manage all it fields. Okay, there are not any fields yet. In manage form display or manage display, you can edit all these things. So in manage display, I have used the name of the genres like biography, which is the name, and in description, some text areas are there, and URL alias. So after clicking on the biography, it will redirect to you to the biography books. So let's see. After clicking on these biography books, so I have added two books right now. One biography of Abdul Kalam and biography of Vivekananda. And any user can add their own book reviews, and they can add books and description in this, and they can comment also in this comment section. Like one comment is there, this book is awesome, or they can delete, edit, or reply any comments in this. Or these comments are came from comment types which are in the structure. Let's see that. Yes, here is the comment types. So by using this structure, I have used that comment box. So let's see another genres like motivational. So it will redirect you to the motivational books. Yes, there are. I have added two books, Power of Subconscious Mind, and there is a. This one is author name, and this is the description I have added. And here you can add your comments. Or here I have kept an option of ratings. User can rate these from 0 to 5 as per their review of the book. Okay, by clicking on this, edit. These all are the blocks I have used. This is the one block. This is the another block. So I have used the blocks to describe these books. So by clicking on these, you can add or you can add more books by using the blocks. You can add blocks from there, and it will show you here like this. I have add a description here in the body of the block, and this is the title. Okay, these are the navigations like no get in touch with us. So by clicking on this button, it will redirect you to the contact form which I have seen. So know more about Bookland. It is the description of site. Okay, so that is all the things about Drupal. So one link is remaining about us. So it will tell you about the sites and admins and their missions, all the things. So I have described some points about our site. Okay, these all the things are about Drupal. And next is the tools we are using for project task management. So there are three main tools which are widely used in the most of the organizations right now. And these all are the agile project management use. Agile methodology is widely accepted right now in this era by most of the enterprises. First one is Jira. So it is a software that helps teams to plan, assign, track, report, and manage all the tasks and work. So in Jira software, we have in my project. So I have assigned. My manager has assigned some Jira tasks in software. So whatever task I have been assigned, that were tagged to Jira. So it takes a history of your tasks. So your manager can create a task ticket. So which will take a record of which task you have done till yet, and in how much time you have completed the particular task. These all the details are recorded in Jira. There are many options rather than only managing tasks. Jira is widely used right now. In Jira, we can also create some tickets and assign the task to our colleagues also. And there are status also there, like one task is assigned, then the status is assigned. Once we are starting to work on that task, then the status is changed to working on that. When the task is completed, then status is changed to completed. So that is how Jira software works. Second one is Confluence. So Confluence is a collaboration tool that stores and organizes all of your information asset around the project you are doing in Jira. So my experience in Confluence is when clients or manager assigns any task or any tickets in Jira. So there are information or details about which explains about the task, which explains about what is the issue they have been facing. So all these informations are stored in Confluence page. Next one is Bitbucket. So it is most important software. Bitbucket is a web-based version control code repository, we can say, which is hosting service for development of project that uses Git. In Bitbucket, you can see your code well structured in a certain flow. So it gives you a central place to manage Git repositories and collaborate on your source code. So let me tell you about Git. So during software development, while developing source code or updating any existing code, Git is used for tracking or updating changes made in any set of files. So Git is called as a version control system, and Git bash is there as a command line interface of Git, in which we can type and perform any commands. Like we use command line in our windows and etc. So let me explain this with an example. If we have updated some code portion or performed any changes in code, then we have to push that code in Git first. And for this change, we have to make a branch in Bitbucket. So Bitbucket will update all the things in the code of your project. So all these three software we are using in TCS, and I have also used many. I have also make many uses of all these three softwares, and I am now familiar with these softwares very easily. So these all the things I wanted to share with you. So now I can conclude my presentation. Okay, over to you, Madhuri ma'am.
Okay. So the session was really inspiring and informative, Disha. On behalf
Thank
of
you.
whole university, I am thanking so much to you for your valuable time and the information you have shared. And we are hoping to continue such kind of sessions with all of us in future also. Okay. So thank you so much once again on behalf of university and on behalf of department. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks to you also. It was my pleasure to collaborate with all of
Okay.
you.
Okay, dear.
Yeah,
Okay. Mm. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.